What is good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are back with another NBA Game 7. So we got the Cavs versus the Pistons Game 7 tomorrow. This video is going to be out a little bit early. We're going to go over some player props. I'm going to give you guys my pick for the winner of this game. We've been cruising on these money lines for NBA, guys. We've been cashing out pretty big. We are on our ladder challenge. Yesterday's ladder challenge was this slip right here. I took the Pistons plus 9.5. 1.5K became 2.1K. So this was our ladder from yesterday. Let's talk about ladder from today, because today's ladder is looking sweat-free as well. So this is the slip that I locked in for the ladder challenge. Phillies, they're minus 172. On the ladder challenge, guys, remember, we can make bets that we wouldn't normally take. The goal is to just hit a prop. That's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to cash. Odds can be up to minus 250, minus 300. I'm okay with taking them because we're just going to be working our way up from that $1,000. But this one should be cash. Phillies are up 5-0 right now. Sanchez is pitching lights out just like we expected him to versus the Pirates. I called that one pretty much head on or spot on, and we should have 3.3K coming into this ladder challenge pool or pot or whatever you want to call it. So if you guys do want to follow this ladder challenge, I'm giving them away for free. Go follow me on Instagram, guys. It is at Ryan Fantasy Aces. You're going to see it at the bottom of the screen. Go follow us there. If you guys are not in the Discord, join the Discord. I'm going to be giving you guys some more free slips going forward in the Discord, so make sure you guys are in there for that. Join up if you're not. And if you guys do want to get every single VIP play that I personally post, you can join through our WAP. The WAP link is in the description. You can get in right now for 30% off. Just use code PLAYOFF. We'd love to have you guys a part of the community. But that being said, let's talk about some of our wins, and then we'll go over this slate. So the only slip that I have so far that has even finished is this slip right here. Let me show you. It's early, baseball only slate. We ran this over on Underdog, if it'll load. Rodriguez, Sugano, and then Sanchez. This one has already cashed. It was a 2.1x, 50 to pay 105. This one was a $50 max because it was a boosted play. As you can see, payout went from a 1.79 to a 2.1. So I'm going to give you guys some more sauce. I say this all the time. It's obviously, it's pretty obvious. If you have money across different apps, it allows you to bet like this. You can just play small bets on the boosted plays, and some people play just like that and make $300 to $400 a month. You can definitely do it. So don't count these boosts out. Take advantage of them. Even if you bet 150 in a normal bet like I do, 250 some days, then $50 is only a third to a fifth of a unit, but it's okay. I don't care, realistically. As long as I'm profiting, it's fine with me. I want the Discord to eat, and there you go. So we played that. It cashed. We did have Phillies money line. The Phillies cashed, or they should be cashed, like I said, and we got some other slips that should be cashing out. But let's talk about this game. That's enough rambling. Let's talk about this Cavs versus Pistons game, because blowout win last game. Detroit takes the win in Cleveland. Now, Detroit opening this game right now at minus 173 favorites. This game is in Detroit, obviously. 4.5 spread, 206.5 total. Most of the money right now is on Detroit, but we have to look at some injuries here as well. So Larry Nance doubtful for Cleveland. Detroit, Herter, LeVert, and Robinson once again questionable. So paying attention to these starters. The last home game they had, Detroit with these guys questionable, minus 150 or minus 140. So the odds have went even further into Detroit's favor. If you think Cleveland's going to roll over, you have got it completely wrong. This game is going to be competitive. I do not see a blowout from either team. I see probably within the spread on this game. It's hard to take the spread there at 4.5. This game is tough to call to me personally. Now, I'm leaning Detroit. I will say that. If I had to make my bet right now, and if somebody had to, I had to put my entire bank account on the line, I'm probably going to run Detroit right now. That's who I'm running with. They just looked very dominant in that last game, and that was in Cleveland. They got home court advantage. This team has looked so good this year. 71% win rate on the season. I don't see this team going out right now. I think that they won it. I think they won it bad. And I think that they have the talent to be able to put up competitive games against anybody. So give me Detroit here as of right now. That's who I'm rolling with. In terms of player props for this game, we don't have a whole lot to choose from. We've been running D. Mitch. D. Mitch has chalked the last 2 times on his points line. I'm going to give him another chance in a Game 7 game. I'm going to take the star here. It's hard not to take the star in games like this. I'm taking him for 24 points. So it's 23.5. Let me confirm. Yeah, 23.5 is what I locked in already. And this isn't a line he's cashed a ton lately. What you have to look at is field goal attempts. He's putting up 22 attempts per game over his last 10, even though he hasn't been cashing. He's putting up tons of volume. He's just not making his shots. He shot 30% last game with 20 field goal attempts, 18 points, putting up double-digit three-pointers a lot of these games, getting a decent amount of free throws some of these games. This series has been pretty foul-heavy. He had 15 free throws in one game, dropped 40 points in one, 35 in one, 30 in one. We know he can do it. Now, the games in Detroit, we have a 31-point game and then a 23-point game in those two games respectively, and then the last game was a 21-point game. So, overall, looked like he was doing better in Cleveland. Last game, not so much. So I'm expecting D-Mitch to give us another decent game. I think that he's going to put up the same shot volume. We're going to see 18 to 25 field goal attempts from him. It's just a matter of, do you expect D-Mitch to hit his shots? I think he does. I think this is a competitive game, like I said. And I locked in our man Donovan Mitchell already. He's my favorite play from this Cleveland side of things just because of the volume he's putting up. You can take Dean Wade for 3 points. I don't mind taking that one once again. We've talked about Wade a lot lately. I haven't been betting on him because his shot volume really hasn't been there. With Sam Merrill back, you can see 2-1-0-2. Not really putting up many shots. All of them are going to be threes the majority of the time. Don't mind taking him for 1-3 or 3 points, whatever. I don't think it's going to be risky, but I don't dislike the play. In terms of other players that I would run, I don't mind Jared Allen points, and I don't mind Evan Mobley PRA. I'm going to fade Harden again. Harden's not one of the guys I like to bet on too much right now, but I don't mind Mobley for 25 PRAs. He's been pretty dang consistent on this line, and I'm okay with taking that as well. So, D-Mitch, one of my favorites, though. That's the one I'm going to roll with, and that's going to be the pick that I take for this video. For the second pick, it's going to be from the Detroit side of things, obviously. This is what I locked in. You guys can change whatever you want now. This is a 2.27x. So I locked in this play on Chalkboard. It's a 30% Donovan Mitchell player boost. So let's talk about Chalkboard. First of all, if you sign up for Chalkboard, you get a deposit match. You get free bets. They give you boost. All kinds of cool things. Sign up for Chalkboard. Use code FANTASYACES. This app has a lot of promos. I've been playing a lot more Chalkboard as of lately. This is one reason why. I had a $25 play. It was a 30% player boost for Donovan Mitchell. So all I had to do was lock in our man Donovan Mitchell in a slip, and I can get 30% on whatever the payout is. This slip by itself is right at a 1.9x, something like that. I locked in a regular unit as well with the 10% boost that I had. So I got this play for a double up, and then I got it for the 2.27x. I put $150 at 125. Or at, what did I just say? I put 150 on this slip with the 10% boost, and then 25 with the 30%. I posted the 30%. I told them I put a full unit on this as well, just throwing it out there. This one was the best payout. Once again, you can go play this on probably Prize Picks for a 2x without the boost. It's up to you guys what you want to do. Chalkboard just gives you a lot of different discounts, and I'm taking advantage of them because this could be my last game to use the Donovan Mitchell boost. See what I'm saying? If it had like a week on it, but I mean, if they get put out tomorrow, then there's no using that boost, and I would just be wasting the 30% boost that I have. So I locked it in like this. Let's talk about Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren has not been the most consistent guy, even for 10 points. If you look at him on the season, he has an 86% hit rate. He's dominated this season. He averages 18 points on the season. Head-to-head, he's hit at 54% versus the Cavs. But a lot of these series games, the games in this series, he's just not been really doing too much. He's putting up 7.8 field goal attempts per game. He's not getting a ton of free throws. Some of these games he is. Obviously, he does not a three-point shooter, but just 10 field goal attempts last game I like to see, but that's 5 and 7 and 6. I don't like seeing that. On the season, you're getting around 11. It really just depends on who they're playing against. This has been a very defensive game. It's been tough. I think Jalen Duren has a good game. I'm expecting him. Like, they had a great game last game, blew out the Cavs. He scored 15 points. He was able to put up 10 shot attempts and make 7 of them. So, had a good game. I expect him to come out here, utilize that in this game as well, and I think they're going to use Jalen Duren effectively in this game. So 10 points I don't think is a lot for him. I locked it in. If you want to take PRA or rebounds or whatever you want for Jalen Duren, go for it. This is just a slip that I personally locked in myself, if you guys want to run it. In terms of other players, maybe Cade PRA. I'm not taking Tobias. Tobias has not been a wagon the last few games. He's done the complete opposite of what he did the other 10. This game will probably come out and drop 30 PRA just because I am not betting on him. You can take a look at him in the last 2 games. He played his 25 PRA. 22 and 14. He chalked both times, and we were on Tobias in both of those games because of the way he's been balling. He's been balling well versus these playoffs games, and I expected it to continue, but he didn't. So since I'm not betting on him, he'll probably give 30. If you want to bet him, listen, guys, sometimes my luck is very bad. If you want to take the opposite of this, or if you want to just run Tobias, since I'm not betting on him, could have a phenomenal game, like I said. D. Mitch could have a horrible game, and you could just take Mobley. You do not have to play the exact... I'm giving you guys other options that I think could cash. Just because I didn't show the slip doesn't mean that I'm not thinking about putting him on a slip. Now, I'm telling you right now, I'm not playing Tobias Harris. But I may throw Mobley in a slip. I may come out here with Dennis Jenkins and throw him in a slip. But you never know. I'm probably going to have Cade in a slip somewhere. But anyways, that's there. That's the slip locked in. My pick for this game as of right now is going to be the Pistons. Lock them in. Now, we're going to go over this WNBA slate as well. We got a 4-game slate that we can talk about. I'll give you guys a free slip, I'll give you guys another free slip in the Discord if this video gets 250 likes. So make sure you guys are running that like button up. Let's talk about the first game. You got the Vegas Aces taking on the Atlanta Dream. Now, this could be a very competitive series, or a competitive game. I mean, 70% of the money is going to be on Atlanta. They're plus money underdogs at home. So far, the Aces are 3-1. They've looked very, very good. A'ja Wilson hasn't had the games that I expected from her yet, but they're coming. The Dream starting off the series 2-0. They beat the Lynx and they beat the Wings. Now, this team, very strong, a very good team. Angel Reese is actually a pretty good pickup for this Atlanta team, and I'm expecting them to have a good season. In terms of injury news, you got Barker out, Evans out, we got Brianna Jones out, and Renee Howard out, which is a big loss for this Dream team. So, for me, I'm leaning the Aces here. Atlanta's a good team, like I said. And you got to understand that the Vegas Aces are on a 3-game road series right now. So they went against Connecticut 2 games on the road. 4 games. They went to L.A., and now they're traveling to Atlanta. So you got some pretty good traveling for this Aces team. So I would not be surprised if Atlanta did pull out the win for the plus money. They're definitely live dogs here. I don't dislike that at all. In terms of player props here from this game, you could always run Angel Reese for a double-double. That's never going to be a bad play. She can ball out. She can give us 10 points. Double-double queen pretty much in the WNBA. So let's pull up Angel Reese right here on Parlay Play and see if they have her for a double-double. Why am I scrolled so far down? Anyways, let's go to WNBA. We're going to go to Reese and see what the payout is for a double-double right here, because it's probably not very good, let's be honest. 1.3x. Yeah, I'm not running that. Okay, so if it was boosted or something, I would run Angel Reese double-double, but for 1.3x, it's definitely not worth it in my opinion. But other players I would run from this game, probably not very many. I think this game could be very defensive. I don't like player props for this game. You could run A'ja Wilson. A'ja Wilson is due for a good game. Let's talk about her PRA so far this season. She did have a 51 banger last game. The other 3 games, there's a guy in Discord I was debating with the other day. All right, so Wilson, 27, 26, and 34. You can't sit there and say, oh, she's terrible. She's playing bad. She's not playing bad. She's playing bad compared to what she usually does. 51 PRA is that's what you expect from A'ja Wilson about every game, because she's that dang good. She's like the Joker of the WNBA. She comes out here, she gives every single stat possible and gives big numbers. So, I don't mind taking her. 36.5 PRA is not a bad line. I will tell you, she's going against a very strong defense in Atlanta. I'm telling you, this is going to be a very defensive game. I don't mind getting A'ja for 34, 33.5, something like that. We can pull her up real quick. I can put my money where my mouth is. We can make a slip here. I didn't have this slip pre-planned, but let's see. So A'ja Wilson right here, PRA, we can get her for 34.5. I don't mind the 34.5. I might run this. I'm going to give her a chance because I think she's going to have a big game. I'm just feeling it. But anyways, A'ja Wilson or Angel Reese are the 2 that I'm looking at from this side of things. Winner of this game, I'm thinking Aces right now, but I may end up running the Dream. I'm going to wait before I lock this in. I'm not real sure. I may change my mind on who I pick to win this game. I'm going to watch the odds, see where the money comes in at, and then make my decision after that. Next game, we have the Fever versus the Seattle Storm. This is another game that should be pretty competitive. The Fever right now are minus 500 favorites. Maybe there's some injuries. Yeah, there's a lot of injuries right now for the Storm. In terms of the Fever, missing Aaliyah Boston. She's game time decision, actually, so she's not technically missing yet. But that is a big loss for this team. I like the Fever here. The Fever are definitely favored for a reason, minus 500. You can't bet on them. You could bet on Kelsey Mitchell Or you can bet on Caitlin Clark for points. I don't think either of those are going to be a bad bet. They're going against a matchup versus the Seattle Storm, who have a one of the probably the worst. That's rebound defense. Let's pull up PRA. So PRA wise, middle of the pack points, middle of the pack assists, and then pretty much the worst rebounds defense in the league. So you can definitely find some good value here in this game. Caitlin Clark's line is 20.5. She just dropped 32 points, put up 28 field goal attempts. I'm expecting more numbers similar to this from Caitlin. Not going to say 30-plus points, but I wouldn't be surprised if she gave us a good 20 or so points. And they don't have Caitlin on here. Oh, I spelled Clark with an E. No wonder. I'm stupid. Okay, yeah, I'm just freaking stupid, man. Damn, my bad. All right, so we can compare this to Prize Picks. I feel like Prize Picks might have the better value on this. I'm going to be honest. That payout seems very low to me. So we got Clark points. Clark here for 17.5. Then we took Asia for PRA 34.5, and it is a double up here, whereas it's a 1.8x right here on parlay play. So this is the slip I'm going to run. We're running on Prize Picks. You could probably get Asia for 30 at the same value. 1.5. Never mind. Okay. 34 is going to be the best I can get. So, yeah, this is the slip I would run right here. Caitlin Clark with Asia Wilson. We can lock that in. And, yeah, that'll be the slip for WNBA that I personally am going to be running. So, that right there you have. You can also run Kelsey Mitchell if you prefer here. Her points line is about the same as Caitlin's. She's putting up a lot of shot volume as well. Another gal, that can really just cashes out. So, I might have some money on both Caitlin and Kelsey. One of them is going to cash their point line if both of them doesn't, or both of them don't. So, definitely look towards that game. That's a very good game for me to target, or a game that I would like to target myself. Next game is going to be the Sparks versus the Toronto Tempo. Right now, LA minus 300 favorites. Both teams are 1-2 on the season so far. Got a lot of game time decisions right here. You can't bet on the money line until you look at the game time decisions right now, in my opinion. In terms of players, I'm looking at probably De'Erica Hamby. De'Erica Hamby's points line is not bad really. I played her for 15 points a lot last season. So far this season, she's done really well. She's not putting up a ton of volume, but she's getting quite a few free throws, and she's making a decent amount of her shots. So shooting very well, very high field goal percentage. I like De'Erica Hamby. I don't mind taking her for 15 points. You can obviously buy her down if you want. In terms of the Toronto side of things, Marina Mabry, probably the one I would take for this one. She had a 7-point game last game. I know we bet on her, and she did not do jack squat. Look at the 2 games prior to that, though. She's putting up 20 field goal attempts, still 16 on average, even with that bad game. I don't mind taking Marina Mabry as well. She's another player that I would look at. And then last game on the slate, the Sky versus the Lynx. Minnesota minus 200 favorites. This is a game where Minnesota's looking pretty good. They're 2-1 on the season. Sky are 2-1 on the season. In terms of injury news, you got quite a few players missing for Chicago, quite a few players still missing for Minnesota. Nafisa Collier being the big one there. The star player is missing. In terms of player props for this one, you can look at Courtney Williams again. Don't mind betting on her. And then I don't mind the Chicago Sky I just don't like to bet on. There's not really anybody from this team that I like to bet on. Cardozo maybe, you could look at her. I mean, probably not one of the this game. Chicago has a pretty fast pace and a pretty weak defense, so I don't mind taking Courtney Williams. On the other side of things, the Minnesota Lynx have a pretty dang good defense, and I just don't like betting on these players most of the time. So I'll probably fade anybody from the Sky. Don't mind Courtney Williams, PRA. Yeah, that's about it. So you could run like Marina Mabry with Courtney Williams, something like that. You could run Kelsey Plum. You could run or Kelsey Mitchell, with and a Caitlin Clark, or you can play this slip right here. Whatever you guys want to do, you can play around with the props I gave you. I'll be running some sort of fashion with all these, mixing and matching them, having some extra slips. Especially, got a pretty good slate tomorrow. Got the NBA game tomorrow. Got a big MLB slate tomorrow as usual. So MLB been feeding lately. Last couple days been pretty good for me. Round robins haven't been the best, but other than that, we've been doing pretty good. So hopefully the day ends strong. We've had a very, very good day so far. I'm hoping that we continue to cash out. But anyways, guys, that's what I got for this video. Go follow me on Instagram to get all the ladder challenges. Go join the Discord if you haven't. It's free to join. Hope y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all in the next video.